Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have a great and wonderful day. And it does seem that women are finally picking up. Now, I've said this a few times before that that women are doing that. There are women that are doing good things, and there are women that are making things a change for their community. And I think ladies need to do this more. I think girls have to do this more because obviously it is your sports that in the crossfire, right? And you guys need to fight back just as much as the one thing. I mean, I'm pretty sure guys will come out and help you as soon, assuming that, you know, you're not demeaning them, you're not putting them down and stuff like that. And, you know, over the mere fact that, you know, you start fighting back yourselves. But if you're not willing to fight back, then there's nothing that we can do, let alone yourselves. We have this here. Now, this was a little bit ago, about a week ago. It says, from Riot Gangs, 5 middle school female athletes in West Virginia refused to throw shot and put against male Becky Pepper-Jackson. This comes just 2 days after the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals blocked the West Virginia law that says you must compete in the category that matches your sex. It's a sad day when 13 to 14-year-old girls have to be the adults in the room. But I couldn't be more inspired and proud of these girls. Enough is enough, the tide is turning. And I agree. I agree in this. Because, again, we're seeing it time and time again where the young ladies of our society are protesting and going against the insanity that is being pushed by the far left. And I don't understand, ladies, how you can continue to vote for mostly the Democratic ruling on why you think this is okay, and then you think it's just like where your rights are just going to be evaporated in this way. These are the kids that you're affecting, by the way. And I'm talking about the adult ladies in the room here. The adult ones that should have the ability to talk and discuss and remove these atrocities from the school, from what's happening in these schools, and you're not doing anything about it. You're just letting it happen. Now, though, granted, there are some of you that are doing it, but majority of you are complacent about it. Majority of you are allowing it to happen. And I think, ladies, I think girls need to do this way more often. I think this needs to be a more consistent thing. I think that you guys need to push back hard. And that's what it is. Now, I'm not going to show you the actual full video here because here's the thing. The reason why I'm not going to show you it is because, well, it's just silent and it's just the girls kind of just like walking in the distance here. I guess I can play it back as I'm talking to where you guys get to see because these are the young ladies that are trying to push back against the insanity, where they're trying to make it to where it's fair for everyone, fair for themselves, and they don't have to have these men into their bathrooms anymore. Because that's just the reality of it is that the men are entering these girls' bathrooms. I swear to God, some of it is actually a kink for them, and I can't really stand it. And that's just something that I just don't want to have to deal with. And then, of course, we have this here. Yeah, again from Riot Gangs saying, what are the 5 middle schoolers who refuse to compete against boys, against a boy in the women's shot, gave remarks at press conference in West Virginia today? I don't know how that's really written like that. She specifically called out ACLU and their disregard for women. These 5 girls are heroes. So we're going to give this a bit of a kind of understand what she's going to say here.
Thank you to God for giving us the strength to do this. Thank you to Riley. She's been a huge inspiration and mentor through all of this. And thank you to Attorney General Morrissey for trying his best to save women's sports. About 2 years ago, the transgender movement started becoming more and more popular. I was never affected by this until last year. I started to think, this can't be right. All my teammates are working so hard to get beat by a boy. And don't get me wrong, we've had some great girls on our team that have beaten this boy. Now into this year, all of my teammates have seen how much he has improved since last year. This made me feel like I had to do something, not just for myself, but for girls everywhere. That's when I reached out to Riley. She almost immediately replied and asked, what can I do to help? Just the fact that she was on my side gave me enough courage to go and ask my friends if they wanted to help. Believe me, all of my friends would have loved to help me out, but they are such strong competitors and I don't blame them. Luckily, I found 4 lovely young girls willing to take a stand with me. I think I can speak for all of them when we say that we had no clue that this was going to be as big as it got. But we knew that We hope that it opens eyes to many more to see that this is not right and a situation that is eventually going to kill women's sports forever. What I would love for the ACLU to have seen is what I saw after our last track meet. One of my best friends, Sadie, who works so hard on discus and stays after practice, she was walking up the hill and we could tell something was wrong. My dad went and hugged her and she said in tears, "He beat me, it's just not fair." It wasn't the losing that upset her, because the girl that won first place is also one of our friends. What upset her was the fact that she lost second place to a boy. That's what the ACLU needs to see. In closing, my hope is that this case will get revisited, and I'm asking all women and all men that believe in women's sports to get on board and help us save women's sports.
This, ladies, is how you do it. This, ladies, is a middle schooler being more mature than any of the female adults that have been in, that is currently advocating against this, right? These girls are more braver than you. These girls are more mature than you. These girls are fighting for what is true. And you guys, you ladies, need to support them. Because here's the thing. The reason why I'm calling out ladies so much for this is because you're ruining these youngest girls' chances to compete and actually find success. You're allowing them to essentially go against boys that are biological and having them losing their careers and making them cry because they're constantly losing because it's not fair to compete against them. And that's just a reality. Now, I wouldn't be calling out women if it wasn't for the mere fact that 70% of you voted Democrat. Sorry, but that's just the reality. And what I want is that these girls to succeed. I want these girls to be able to move forward with their lives, and maybe if they want to continue down this as an actual career path, let them do so. We should not be stifling competition. I understand that, like, when you have a mixed, it's the best for everybody. But we all know that men are significantly stronger than women. This is not up for debate. This is just reality, and we're not going to use the exception to the rule to where some women can beat some men. We're not going to do that. That's just stupid. It is not is very low in the possibility. Yes, it does happen, but this is not the majority. And like I said, these girls are stronger than the women that are advocating against them. They are more mature. They have done it better than you. And I'd say what again is great, is correct in this, is that they deserve support. They deserve, they are the heroes. They are heroes of the females because they're actually fighting back against something that is beneficial to them, that is actually helping them. The women that are automatically destroying the women's sports, making women be unsafe in the bathrooms, having them get raped in the process. You are not strong women. You are not the respectable kinds. You are not the great women. No, you are the selfish, the entitled, the all woe is me type person. You don't care about your own sex at all. You don't give a damn. Because if you did, you would be against it just like these young ladies are. And like I said, the people that are going against that are going against these young ladies right here, you're deplorable, you're disgusting, and you deserve everything bad that happens to you. Mostly because you don't care about your own sex. That's just the way it is. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, share. As always, take care my friends.
I'm disgusted about what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted, 'cause it's algorithmic disease, the social media.